Welcome back to CoverStory Highlights, Constituency Profile 2025. And in this episode, we take a journey over to the Breadbasket Parish of St. Elizabeth. And our first stop is in St. Elizabeth Southeastern. This is where politics meet people and legacy clashes with change, and the future hangs in the balance. Let's dive in. The PNP's dominance in the seat began in the 1955 general election when a school teacher named Burnett Birthright Coke, fondly known as BB Coke, parted ways with the JLP and ran under the PNP banner. He won convincingly and represented the seat until his death in 1967. Following BB Coke's death, the PNP turned to Queen's Counsel Vivian Blake, who won the 1967 election, but Blake later shifted to the St. Ann Northeast constituency, paving the way for a young trade unionist by the name of Derek Rochester. He secured a victory in 1972 and retained the seat in 1976. Counting the 62 elections, that would be 7 terms of consecutive PNP control. But in 1980, the tide turned. Cecil July of the Jamaican Labour Party unseated Rochester during the turbulent 1980 general elections and retained the seat in 1983 thanks to the PNP's boycott. But Rochester wasn't finished. He made a stunning political comeback in 1989, winning 3 more elections, and with that, he became the most decorated PNP MP in the seat's history, 5 terms altogether. After Rochester retired, Lenworth Blake carried the PNP's mantle into the 2002 general election, narrowly defeating Franklin Witter of the JLP. Blake got 7,507 votes to Witter's 7,425 votes. There was a voter turnout of 71%. It was close, but something began to shift. In 2007, the winds blew green again. Witter, a well-known school teacher and a local figure, bounced back and defeated Norman Horn of the PNP. Witter got 9,060 votes. Horn got 8,520 votes. The turnout was 75%. And yes, the JLP formed the government that year. Then came 2011, and the PNP returned to power. This time, Richard Parchment reclaiming the seat for the PNP. Parchment polled 9,902 votes, while Witter polled 8,932 votes. There was a turnout of 69%. In 2016, Witter responded, edging out Parchment again. Witter polled 9,223 votes, Parchment 9,018 votes. The turnout was 61% this time. And then in 2020, he held off a new challenger, that's Witter, held off a new challenger named Dwayne Spencer. Witter got 9,038 votes, while Spencer got 6,336 votes. The turnout was 51% in that election. What we have witnessed since 2002 is a remarkable transformation in the constituency. The once reliable PNP seat has become a bellwether constituency, voting in lockstep with whichever party forms the national government. In 2002, PNP won the seat and the national election. In 2007, the JLP won the seat and the government. In 2011, PNP won again and the government. In 2016 and 2020, the JLP won the seat and won the government. St. Elizabeth Southeastern has become a mirror of the national political pulse. Now let's look to the present. And this one is shaping up to be a heavyweight clash. Norman Scott the long-serving mayor of Spanish Town, has returned to his roots in South St. Elizabeth. And he's not just coming out with a resume, he is coming with a plan. Scott is using traditional retail politics, walking the ground, knocking on doors, and speaking directly to disenchanted comrades. His pitch is bold and strategic. He wants to reconnect agriculture with economic empowerment. He wants support for farmers neglected by the incumbent. He wants youth empowerment and housing development in the constituency. He is now trying to enlarge the base and energize the grassroots. And he's not just making noise. Internal polling in the constituency is showing that Scott is neck and neck with Witter. Franklin Witter, on the other hand, is relying on deep personal connection in the constituency, name recognition, his record of parliamentary service, his current role as a state minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. Now here is the kicker. For all his years contesting this seat, Witter has never broken the 10,000 vote mark. So let's look at the path to victory. To flip the seat, Scott needs to mobilize disenchanted PNP voters. He needs to appeal to swing voters drawn to the national issues. He has to surpass the 11,000 vote margin to secure a solid lead. And with national opinion polls showing the PNP leading, Scott might very well surf the wave of national momentum. My final thoughts on this constituency. St. Elizabeth Southeastern is no longer a safe seat. It is a battleground. It's a thermometer of the nation's political mood. And in 2025, it could tell us exactly where Jamaica is headed. Will it be a return to the PNP representation under Scott's grassroots energy? Or will Franklin Witter once again hold the line for the JLP? One thing is for sure, all eyes will be on this bellwether seat. That's it for today on CoverStory Highlights Constituency Profile 2025. Join us again next time as we examine another of the St. Elizabeth constituencies. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more ground-level political insights. Raw, unapologetic, and grounded in truth. Until next time, walk good.